We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone. So today we'll cover the topic that is thyroid gland and the adrenal glands. Starting up with the thyroid gland, we'll start with the anatomy of the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is situated in the neck region in front of the larynx and the trachea. You can see the location. This is the trachea and it is situated in the front region. It weighs about 25 grams and its shape is look like a butterfly. It basically consists of 2 lobes. The lobes are joined by a narrow isthmus process. On its back, there are 2 beads-like structure on each side that are nothing but the parathyroid glands. Thyroid hormones that are being produced in thyroid glands are basically 2, that is triiodothyronine T3 and thyroxine T4. Triiodothyronine affects almost every physiological process in the body. Example includes growth and development, metabolism, body temperature and heart rate. Thyroxine T4 hormone controls the development and maturation process in our body. Excess of thyroxine results in rapid development. When there is deficiency of thyroxine, it results in delayed development. Functions that are associated with the hormones include thyroxine regulates the body's BMR. It controls the urine output by regulating the working of renal tubules. Helps in homeotherapy in warm-blooded animals. Stimulates the protein synthesis, that is the transcription and the translation process. It regulates the development of mental faculties. And lastly, it increases the action of adrenaline and noradrenaline hormones. Thyrocalcitonin, TCT, is a long peptide hormone which is released by the parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland. Its main functions are, it regulates the metabolism of calcium, it provides protection from increased blood calcium levels, it inhibits bone resorption, increases phosphate excretion. Calcitonin opposes the effects of parathyroid hormone and acts to increase the blood level of calcium. Thyroid hormone is generally not essential for our life, but when its removal is caused in adults, it leads to poor resistance to cold, mental and physical swallowing, whereas in children it causes mental retardation and dwarfism. How the regulation of thyroid secretion is done. Thyroid stimulating hormone controls the regulation of thyroid hormones. When there is release of TSH by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland, it is regulated by the hypothalamus via negative feedback mechanism. Now we have previously seen that what is the role of negative feedback mechanism. It is a process in which there is a rise of a particular hormone level and there is inhibition of a particular endocrine gland. That is basically it causes inhibition of an endocrine gland with response to a increase in the hormone level. Next is the biosynthesis, storage and transport of thyroid hormones. So the lining of the cells of thyroid follicles have a remarkable ability to extract the iodide from the blood. So first process that occurs in the biosynthesis is the iodine trapping. The trapped iodide is then converted into iodine in the thyroid follicles. These iodine combines with the amino acid tyrosine to form monoiodotyrosine MIT and diiodotyrosine DIT. Then there is a coupling or condensation process of MIT and DIT. From that process, two molecules of DID are extracted. That is, two molecules of DID form tetraiodothyronine or thyroxine, whereas one molecule of DIT and other molecule of MIT combines and form triiodothyronine, that is T3 hormone. Both these hormones T3 and T4 are released in the blood by lysozymes from thyroglobulin. The released T3 and T4 get bound to other proteins in plasma, namely thyroxine binding alpha globulin and thyroxine binding prealbumin. Both T3 and T4 are metabolized in the liver by deamination and decarboxylation process to form triiodothyroacetic acid and tetraiodothyroacetic acid, and later they are excreted in the form of urine. Functions of the thyroid gland. It causes increase in the oxygen uptake, calorie production and BMR, so also acts as a calorigenic. It helps to stimulate the carbohydrate and protein metabolism and mobilize the calcium from the bone, stimulates growth, milk secretion and fat content are increased in the mammary glands, causes increased heart rate, also acts as diuretic and excrete excess of nitrogenous end products like creatinine and salts by stimulating the metabolism process. Lowers the concentration of calcium ions in the blood and causes deposition of calcium in bones. Adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are generally star-shaped position on anterior portion of kidneys. These are the two adrenal glands, that is left adrenal gland and right adrenal gland. They fit like a cap on each of the kidney. Structurally as well as functionally, the adrenal glands are divided into two parts. That is, outer part is the cortex region and the inner part is the medulla. Whole gland is covered by a connective tissue capsule which sends the trabecula inside. Generally, the cortex consists of three layers: the zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, and zona reticulata. Zona glomerulosa basically consists of 2 to 3 layers of columnar cells, and this layer generally secretes the mineralocorticoids aldosterone. Zona fasciculata comprises of polyhedral cells, and this layer secretes glucocorticosteroids, corticosterone, 17 hydrocorticosteroids, etc. Zona reticulata generally secretes the sex hormones, that is progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, etc. So adrenal cortex produces three hormones: glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids, sex hormones. These are also collectively known as adrenocorticoids. So starting up with the glucocorticoids, cortisol, corticosterone and cortisone are the main glucocorticoids. They are essential for life, regulation of metabolism and stress. They are high in between 4 to 8 am, lowest between midnight and 3 am. Functions that are associated with glucocorticoids includes gluconeogenesis, that is formation of new sugar molecule, lipolysis, that is breakdown of triglycerides into fatty acids and glycerol for production of energy. In pathology and pharmacology, it have an anti-inflammatory action, suppresses the immune response, suppresses the response of tissue or injury, delay wound healing, increases level of glucose in plasma to fulfill energy for combating stress-related trauma or disease. Next is the mineralocorticoids, that is aldosterone. Aldosterone is the main mineralocorticoid. It maintains functions that are water and electrolyte balance, Cardiovascular effects. Basically, cardiovascular effects includes the contraction of systemic arterioles and stimulation of thirst. It also regulates the inflammatory and reparative processes occurring after a tissue injury. Next is the sex hormones. Androgens are the main sex hormones. They contribute to the onset of puberty. Adrenal medulla. It is surrounded by the cortex region and produces two hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Functions of adrenaline includes it increases the blood pressure, increases BMR, causes increased blood sugar level, causes increased respiration rate, increases the fatty acid levels in blood, also acts as a vasodilator and stimulates release of blood stored in spleen by contraction. Adrenaline and noradrenaline. Noradrenaline and adrenaline are released into the blood. They are structurally very similar and have similar effects. Together, they potentiate by increasing heart rate, increasing blood pressure, increasing metabolic rate, and causes dilation of the pupils. Now we'll see the biosynthesis, transport, and metabolism of adrenocortical hormones. Cholesterol is the major precursor of all steroid hormones. It is formed from the acetate. Cholesterol under the influence of ACTH is converted into the pregnenolone after hydroxylation and side chain cleavage. Pregnenolone after dehydrogenation is converted into progesterone. It is also converted into 17-hydroxypregnenolone by the enzyme 17-alpha-hydroxylase. From progesterone, it is converted into 11-deoxycorticosterone, then later to corticosterone. Corticosterone may be converted into aldosterone, whereas in another pathway, 17-hydroxypregnenolone is converted into 17-hydroxyprogesterone and cortisol. From 17-hydroxypregnenolone, androgens and estrogens, that are sex steroids, are also formed. Cortisol is the main glucocorticoid in human blood. It is basically transported after being bound to a specific alpha globulin transcortin. Aldosterone is also present in plasma in a very small quantity. It bounds to the albumin, whereas estrogen and progesterone are also bound to albumin. Steroids are generally metabolized in liver and are excreted in the form of urine. Functions of noradrenaline. It allows the body to deal with stress related to injury, disease, work, or personal life. It determines energy released when the body responds to the changes. It secretes hormones which allows the body to mobilize its resources to escape from stress and survive.